Hello everybody, my name is Halo. Welcome to this video series where we're solving Codeforces problems in Python. We are doing the A to OJ ladder, and in this episode we're going to be solving problem 205, which is called Little Elephant and Rozdil. Let's go ahead and see how we're going to be solving this problem. The little elephant loves Ukraine very much. Most of all, he loves town Rozdil. Ukrainian pronunciation is Rozdil. Okay. However, Rozdil is dangerous to settle, so the little elephant wants to go to some other town. The little elephant doesn't like to spend much time on traveling. So for his journey, he'll choose a town that needs minimum time to travel to. If there are multiple such cities, then this little elephant won't go anywhere. For each town, except for Rozdil, you know the time required to travel to this town. Find the town the little elephant will go to, or print still Rozdil if he stays in Rozdil. The input looks like they'll give you n, which is the number of cities next to him, followed by a list of space separated integers will give you the time to each of those cities. The condition that we're saying is travel to the minimum city, and this is determined with the time. If there are multiple such minimum cities, in that particular case, stay in Rozdil. Okay. In this case, in these examples, 4 is the minimum city. So we're saying yes, output this second city you're going to be traveling in. Else, what do? We are going to say, see, this value right here. In the second case, 4 is there twice. There are 2 minimum cities, so he'll stay back in Rozdil. That's it. Again, this is very easy. It's something related to how we find the minimum value only. The only difference being, see, we're going to check if some value I is less than the minimum value, change min to I. That is same. Else, do nothing. This is how it was before. Here, one small change. Instead of an else, we'll do if I is equal to the minimum value, then the answer will be still Rozdil. That's it. Rozdil and then break. Else, do nothing. These are the only things that we're going to be doing. How we're going to keep track of these pointers or the position of that particular city is very, very simple. We are just going to say initially set this first city's value. Set minimum to the first element of this list. Let's just call this list A, 0, and position will be nothing but 0 plus 1. Okay. This particular index plus 1, because position starts from 1 to n only, not 0 to n. That's why we're doing this plus 1 right here. Then for I in range, we'll say 1. Now that we already said this, we don't want to look at it again. We want to look at the rest only. Because if we look at it again, it will say, okay, this already exists, so it will break out of the blue. We don't want that. Range 1 to n. Okay. Take that A of I and check if A of I is less than minimum. That time change minimum to A of I and then set the position to I plus 1. Else, if A of I is equal to the minimum, in that particular case, break the loop, set it to still Rozdil, else do nothing. That's it. I hope you're able to understand how we're approaching this problem. Let's go ahead and see how to code this as well. If you're able to understand how to code it, do it yourself. If not, stick around. So I've gone ahead and put the logic here. You guys can read it if you want to. Pause the video and read it. If not, this code will be there in the GitHub. You can go ahead and see that as well. GitHub link in the description. Okay. So firstly, I'm going to go ahead and take the input n and let me take the list of space separated integers, list of map of int comma input dot rstrip dot split. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and maintain something called as the minimum element, min element, and this will be nothing but list of 0 and the answer, which is the position. Okay. Position value. This is what we have to output. Right. Initially, let this be 1. That is nothing but 0 plus 1. This is the first position for this particular index. Then what I'll do, for I in range of 1 to n, we are going to check if this particular list of I is lesser than minimum element. In that particular case, update the minimum element to what? This list of I and set the answer to I plus 1. Answer is the position, again and again saying. If list of I equal to this minimum element. In that particular case, look, answer will now be what? Still Rozdil. Repetition of minimum elements. In that particular case, the answer will still be Rozdil. we are not going to break out of this loop. Okay, I told we are going to be breaking out of this loop before. There's actually a mistake. Allow me to correct myself here. If we break out of this loop, let us say we have a test case where there are 3 integers. Okay, there is something like 4, 4 and 10. Initially what will happen, it'll set the minimum value to 4, or sorry, not 4, 4 and 10, 4, 4 and 1. Okay, initially the minimum value will be set to 4, and this will condition. In the second case, this condition will get triggered. The answer will be set to still Rozdil. Correct? If we break out of this loop, we never check 1. 1 might be the minimum element in that particular case, right? We don't check 1, we print still Rozdil, that the answer in that case will be wrong. The expected output will be what? 3. Correct? So instead of breaking it, let us just continue with the loop. Now what happens is, the next case when 1 comes, 1 will be less than this minimum element, it'll set the position to 3 and it'll print that answer. That's it. Okay, and we just set an else case. Else case will also be continue only. We don't have anything else, so we don't have to add and continue here also. So let us go ahead, and once this is done, let me go ahead and print the answer. I save this code, I run this code. You see all 3 test cases have passed. Let me go ahead and submit this code as well, so that you guys know that this code works. Very simple thing, just don't break out of this loop. Okay, and as you can see, this code was accepted. I hope you're able to understand this solution. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in another video. Until then, bye.